I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
The more you talk, the harder I want to hit you.
I'm happy because of being here today. Fuck you.
Come on, you want me to drive? No. You're supposed to be suicidal, remember? I'll
Anybody
drive.
a drive?
Get in the car.
Fucking shit. Fuck me in the fucking ass. Fuck you, you fucking stupid cunt.
Hey everyone, it's Donjon Corleone here, and I am here with a brand new trailer reaction, and it's more of a trailer rant reaction, because this is a trailer that was not good, and it's a film I'm not really excited for. But this is going to be for the trailer. Let me get the DVDs out. This one. Yeah, because it's a trailer for the upcoming Evil Dead movie called Evil Dead Burn. And this is the first of two we are getting in an entire year. We're getting one this year, and I think we're getting another one next year. Play. Alright. Let's begin this now. In 3, 2, 1, play. This looks... I can hardly see shit in this trailer.
Alice?
Like, this lighting looks off.
What's wrong? What happened?
What? How is that even possible?
We found you.
William, my sweet boy. I would give anything for us to be together again.
Our grandfather believed the devil would return if anyone read from the Book of the Dead.
Cool down. The whole family can be reunited.
Guess that's how she lost her fingers.
Cheers to your perfect family.
That can't be taken seriously. Okay, that kind of got to me. July 10th. Alright, so that was me checking out the trailer for Evil Dead Burn. And yeah, I'm sorry to say this to those who are excited for this movie, but this might be the first time in this series where I'm kind of having to agree with the haters on the ones who don't like the new films. Because this trailer it's kills I've seen before, and like fingers being slammed off. Yeah, I've seen that before. Top of car seat going through someone's face. How is that even possible? I'm pretty sure that would not happen. Or and the trailer was fairly hard to see most of what was really going on. And I think the director said that was clearly the intention, but it's really not that creative, actually. The fact that being hard to see what's going on was intentional, it's actually not a smart thing. Because most of these films take place in the nighttime, and they actually have good lighting. Now, when it comes to my overall thoughts on the series, absolutely love this film. Absolute fucking classic. One of the best horror films of all time. No doubt about that. Like, that was a film that kickstarted Sam Raimi's career, and it barely had a budget. And it turned out to be such a hit with audiences, critics, and to this day, it's definitely viewed one of the greatest horror films of all time, despite its cult status. Then he has a sequel, Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, the best film of the series, no doubt. And also the best horror sequel of all time. Like, this film has never been dethroned. It never will be dethroned. This film is absolutely number one. Whenever I think of Evil Dead, this is always the one I always love revisiting the most. Easily. Like, it's so iconic. Like, it's a sequel that, while it did a little less successful, it actually is the one most universally loved of the series. Like, that's the one where Ash Williams really fully hardened up. And in a way, it's also kind of in a way somewhat like a soft reboot, because it has a bit more of a different opening, whereas this time it's just Ash's girlfriend, because most of the other actors from the first couldn't really come back for the recap. So it could be watched as its own separate thing too. So that's also very creative. And it ends on a nice setup for the next film, where the female lead dies mispronouncing the phrase that could defeat the demon. So it sent Ash all the way back to the medieval times, right there. And then, of course, speaking of that comes the third film, Army in Darkness. Now, I know this is kind of a fan favorite for a lot of people, and yeah, I agree, it's also another great film, but at the same time, I don't think it's better than the first one. I still like the first one a bit more than this one. And the second one, obviously, is still better than this one. Sorry for those who say this is the best one of the series, but to me, I just think those ones are better. This would be third best. Like, when it comes to this film, like, this one ditches the horror, and it's more slapstick, dark comedy. Really, like, dark fantasy comedy. But this time he's now in the medieval times, and he finds out the only way he's going to be able to get back home is if he pretty much finds this whole potion to drink, and to renounce the whole site, Klatuvra and Niktu, to pretty much go back to his time. But then, of course, he mispronounces that and falls into some more wacky shenanigans, and it wakes up some more Deadites, which one of the lead one being played by Bill Moseley, and he pretty much has to help the kingdom fight them. Wait. So yeah, there's about, like, this one is definitely the funniest one. You got all the mini Ashes attacking Ash, or the goofier slapstick Ash clone easily, or whenever he mispronounces the phrase. Like, this one is definitely still just as iconic as the other three, even if it's a step down from the first three films. And for a while, the series went on hiatus after that, which honestly was for the best, because, speaking of that, one more thing I forgot to mention. Army of Darkness was going to end on another downer note, because apparently Sam Raimi likes to screw over the character of Ash a lot of times, but Universal, I think, did not allow it, so they pretty much got the supermarket ending instead, which was for the best, because Ash Williams should have been allowed his happy ending, and I'm glad that happened, because if it just ended with him screwing up again, it probably would not be a good ending at all. I mean, he does kind of screw up the phrase again, but he still goes back home. Like, the one we were supposed to get, he doesn't go back home. Instead, he gets sent all the way back to when the Earth was destroyed. Instead. Which would have been a shit ending to that trilogy. So we get the supermarket ending, where instead he accidentally brings a Deadite back with him and kills him in the supermarket, And then it says, "Hail to the King, baby." And the film ends there. So that was a good end. So honestly, it was a good end to Ash's story. Right there. It was actually a good end after everything the character went through. It was a good send-off for Ash's story. We would get a TV series called Ash vs. Evil Dead. And on the sad side of news, but unfortunately, Bruce Campbell had cancer this year and is trying to fight it. Unfortunately, so he has to step down from stuff recently. But back to Evil Dead now. Evil Dead would come back 20 years later with the 2013 film. Now this one, some people are like, this is better than the first film. This is the best one of the series. This is way better than the original. Really? I like the movie. Sorry to say that. I do like this movie, but come on. Better than the original? No. No, it's not. I don't know why some people would think that. It's not better than the original movie. It's a solid, good remake, but it's not better than either of the first three films. This would probably, despite actually decently liking this one, it's probably my least favorite. For a lot of reasons, because, well, let's just say this. Some of our characters are really stupid. Like, the hipster guy is really stupid. He pretty much causes all this shit to happen. And Mia, though, is a solid lead. And it does some nice little subvert expectations. And the effects are pretty good. The gore is pretty good. It's realistic. The fact they use practical effects actually makes it pretty solid. And I do like the violence in this film. Right? And I like the character of Mia, Jane Levy's performance, and the brother character as well. What kind of steps it down is some of the stupidity of the other characters. Also, the hipster guy is really annoying. And the brother character getting killed off is really stupid. I wish they didn't do that. And well, there's a nice little Ash cameo in the end credits. Like, it kind of sucks this really didn't get a proper follow-up, because I think it should have. But the series would go on to tout us again, despite this film being pretty successful. I mean, it wasn't as successful with critics as the originals, for good reason. I mean, though, but compared to some trashy remakes we were getting before that, it was seen as solid. But come on, the best film of the franchise? No. Like, I feel like some of the praise is because it ditches the comedy. It goes back to the straight horror of the first film. The first film had comedy too. Yeah, the first film was a straight horror film, but there was some comedy in the movie still. The first film wasn't a straight-up serious horror film that relied on the gore. The first film still had plenty of funny scenes, like when Ash looks over that narrow bridge and shuts the door quick, or when he puts his hand in the water mirror and screams when he reaches back, okay? There were still some goofy bits in the film too, you know? Like, it may have been the least goofy one, but it still had goofy in it. Alright? It still had a lot. It still had lots of over-the-top stuff. It was still pretty over-the-top. And now, 10 years after the remake, we would get the first of these spin-offs. Well, Evil Dead Rise. And once again, decently like it. No, do not put it above the original movies either. I think I'd rank this one the same. I'd rank it the same as the remake. Probably about the same way as the remake, where some nice little gore, some nice little effects, but at the same time, some of the character writing is a little off. And at times it doesn't really feel like an Evil Dead film. Really? It could kind of be its own thing. But I feel this did not need to become some big anthology series. Because now, here's the thing. I can't talk more about Rise just because I've only seen it one time, which was in theaters back when it came out. I think I need to revisit. I kind of think I need to revisit this one to see how it holds up. But that leads us to this. Like this, this is the first Evil Dead film I'm not excited for. The trailer was not good. Barely lit, and the fact it was clearly intentional is actually not a smart move. Like, that's gore I've seen before this time. Like, the fingers coming off, the stuff like that. Like, and the whole drinking what candle wax. How in the world is that possible? Like, and the poster itself's not even creepy or effective. Heck, the poster for this looked a little more effective. Like, this cover looks a little bit more effective in selling, like, getting chills from the viewer. The poster for this looks laughable. Like, it looks almost the same exact poster as Drag Me to Hell, which is probably not something I want to be reminded of. Like, this did not really feel a lot like Evil Dead. Other than the dishwasher kill, this is not selling me. And another thing, we're apparently getting another one of these again next year. And honestly, at this rate, yeah, I think Evil Dead should just be left alone now. By this point, if we're going to keep, like, they're clearly starting to make more of these because Evil Dead Rise was really successful. And unfortunately, I have a feeling this series is now getting the Saw treatment. You know, where they release a Saw movie every year, and where they just started ramping up the gore at each release. Evil Dead's kind of facing that release now. And do we really need to have a buck of spin-offs? Not really. So yeah. I'm sorry to disappoint Evil Dead fans for saying this, but I don't think this looks that exciting. This is probably the first Evil Dead film I'm not pumped for. I feel I'm probably not going to like this when it comes out. I wouldn't be surprised, but this trailer just did not sell my excitement. It's as simple as that. Now I want to know in the comments down below what you guys think about the trailer for Evil Dead Burn. And until then, that'll be it for this reaction. Thank you all for watching. If you like this and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to Don G. Corleone.